All right, it's Friday morning, you guys. Woo-hoo, Friday, 9:25. Yeah, it's kind of a weird time. Anyway, I was glad to see you guys yesterday. If you need to redo your quiz, let me know. They should be in the grade book, and the quizzes should be in Canvas. So today's objective, what we're going to do is we're going to be multiplying binomials again. So multiplying binomials. Again, so we're still going to be using that technique that I like to call, can be called FOIL, but a better word for it is really just distributive property. Okay, so what's a square trinomial? Well, it's anything times itself. So if it's something squared, like let's say it's n squared, it really means n times n, right? Or if it's like 3 squared, it's like 3 times 3. Well, if we have a x plus some number n squared, it's really times itself. X plus n times x plus n. Okay, so really what we're doing is multiplying something times itself. Like example 1, x plus 2 times x plus 2. So this is really the same kind of stuff we've been doing. Another way to write this is we could have written this as an x plus 2 squared. But to do the problem, what we really want to do is write it as 2 parts. Just like 3 squared is 3 times 3, we want to write this as x plus 2, x plus 2. So let's multiply it. Let's multiply it like we did yesterday. So x is going to go times x times x, and x times 2. So we multiply x times x, we get x squared. And when I go x times 2, I get a positive 2x. Then let's multiply the second term, the 2 times the x and the 2 times the 2. And I'll get 2 times x is a 2x, and 2 times 2 is 4. Like Vanessa said yesterday, combine the 2 terms. The terms are the same. X squared, 2x plus 2x is a 4x plus 4. And since we cannot combine x squares with x's and numbers, that's my answer. Done. Okay, example 2. It's the same type of problem. We just need to write it twice so that we can multiply it out. So I'm going to rewrite it as an x plus 5 times an x plus 5. And then I'm just going to multiply, or FOIL, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go x times x times 5, and then I'll do 5 times x and 5 times 5. So first the x's. X times x is x squared, and x times 5 is a positive 5x. Okay. And then let's take the second term, which is the 5 times the x and the 5 times the 5. I will have 5 times x, a 5x, and 5 times 5 is a 25. Okay, so let's combine the terms that are the same. Those two are the same. We can make that a 10x, x squared plus 10x plus 25. And since they're all different terms, that's it. That's the answer. Now, example 3 is different. We're going to call this one actually difference of squares. You see, it's different because it's not really multiplying by itself. X minus 6, x plus 6 is different. But something will happen because these 6's will cancel out. So let's do what we've been doing. I'm going to take my x times my x times my 6. So x times x is x squared. X times 6 a positive 6x. Then I'm going to go negative 6 times x and negative 6 times 6. I will get a negative 6x, and 6 times 6 a negative 36. So what makes this one different is the 2 middle terms cancel each other out. And that'll happen, and you'll get x squared minus 36. Now it's called the name difference means subtract, and that's a square, and that's 6 squared. So it is a square term minus a square term. That's why we call it difference of squares. Okay, next page. These are getting pretty easy, aren't they? Hopefully these are easy for you, okay? Number 4, same type of problem. I'm just going to multiply my 2x times my 2x and my 2x times my 5. Oh, you can't see. There we go. 2x times 2x and 2x times a negative 5. When I do that, I will get a 2 times 2, a 4x squared, because x times x, and 2x times a negative 5 is a negative 10x. I'll multiply the positive 5 to the 2x and the positive 5 to the negative 5. Remember, we're multiplying, so I'll get a positive 10x. Remember, we're multiplying, so I get a negative 25. Remember, we're multiplying. 5 times negative 5, negative 25. Okay. Now, this one's also difference of squares. The middle two terms do cancel. And we're left with a 4x squared minus 25. That is the answer. It is a 2x squared and a 5 squared, so it is a square term minus a square term. Difference of squares. We're going to need to know that for the next chapter. Okay, so same thing, example 5, except for we do need to remember that x squared times another x squared is an x to the 4th. We need to know that for this particular example. Okay, so let's multiply. Let's go ahead and take my 3x squared times 3x squared and a 3x squared times a negative 4. So let's do that. Let's see what we get. So 3x squared times a 3x squared is a 9x to the 4th. A 3x squared times a negative 4 makes a negative 12x squared. Okay, let's take our middle two terms. Let's take our 4 times our 3x squared and a 4 times a negative 4 and multiply. I get a positive 12x squared, 4 times 3x squared, and I'm multiplying. 4 times 4 is 16, but a negative 16. Okay, middle two terms cancel, because that just is how these work. And then I'm left with a 9x to the 4th minus 16. That's it. You cannot combine those, so I'm done. Okay, so if x squared times x squared equals x to the 4th, then x cubed times x cubed makes an x to the 6th. Okay. Hey, Stubbs. Yes. Yeah, but not much. It's been thin. I called Dad, and that made a big difference. Yeah. There you go. Good. Even better. You might get some results. No, I don't have to just fall. Oh, right, yeah, I've got the other two kids, but I don't have Joseph. Oh. Well, every kid makes a choice, right? You can help them. All right, I'm right in the middle of zooming, recording, but no, don't worry about it. I'll talk to you any day, huh? All right. Okay, bye, Omar. Okay, I'm back. I had to talk to Mr. Stubbs. So we'll finish up, and I'll rewrite this twice because the quantity squared. X cubed plus 3, x cubed plus 3, and we'll do the same thing. x cubed times x cubed is an x to the 6. We add exponents. X cubed times 3 is a 3x cubed. And then we'll do the inside part. We'll go 3 times x cubed is a positive 3x cubed. And then 3 times 3 is 9. These two will add. They will cancel. These two will add. X6 plus 6x cubed plus 9. And that is it. Okay, and I'll put up what the assignment is on the journal in just a little bit.